Hello folks, you are catching me working on the third here. However, that's not the vehicle that we're going to be talking about. I'm just doing some battery box stuff. The vehicle that we're going to be talking about is actually parked out here, so we better go have a look. Now, this happened by accident, okay? I promise you. I did not go looking for this car found me. Welcome folks to Captain JAAAG Sparrow, our 2006 BMW, of course, E61 5 Series. And in the back you might recognize something that's been knocking around the workshop floor in there for the last few weeks, and that is my JAAAG drive unit. And this one has been somewhat modified for use in our E61. Alright, so this motor doesn't have a hollow going through the rotor. So I'm going to take the back cover off. Let's see if I can be my usual ham-fisted self. There we go. Okay, not terrible. Entirely here now. Probably just killed the whole thing. Yep. There we go. Whew. Okay, now that's what's interesting is that the resolver rotor is made up of laminations. Folks, you're not going to believe how stupid I am. No, honestly, don't say I'm not. I am extremely stupid. But I suppose the positive aspect for you guys is that, you know, at least you will have had a nice view into the JAAAG motor. But it turns out I didn't need to take off any of this crap at all, because this flippy thing is a kind of an intermediate drive shaft thingy that is still in here, and it's on clips. It's on that little spring clip thing. It's in there. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is how do I whack it from here. I can't. Let's end up breaking my screwdriver. That's our guy there. Could try a smaller screwdriver, that'll survive better, I'm sure. Yes, sure it will. Be just fine. Oh, my delaminated rotor, stop delaminating. Damn it. Oh, there we go, look. Now it's fixed. Oh no, some of it fell off. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Everyone stay cool. Everyone stay connector with a hammer, obviously. Yeah, I should get myself some silicone spray. There we go. Professionally siliconed. That should help that massive O-ring in there to reseat itself. As you can see, folks, it's vitally important not to hit any of these mating surfaces. Very important. And then one thing that you must also never do torque to spec. And the rotor turns. Yay! I mean, it's perfect actually. See? Don't have the special. Oh, I have the special tool. Yes. Yes. Special tool number 50. There you go, folks. All you need for putting your JAAAG back together is a 50mm socket. Yes. Now we're in business. Alrighty. There it is. There we go. One full revolution. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lobes. So it's 2 pole pairs. Yeah. Yeah, correct torque setting. Correct torque setting. Alright, let's spin. Can we do full rotation? Oh yeah. There you have it, folks. Special tool, JAAAG 50. Now, the problem is, the original problem that we have, is this is a stub drive shaft. And somehow I need to get this friggin' thing out of here. So, spider gear thingy is in there. And that screwdriver, I think, is probably hitting the main part of the gear. Oh, something just happened. Something just happened, folks. I managed to, oh dear, did I just wedge this thing into the diff? Yeah, I did. Oh dear. I'm sure everything's fine, folks. Everything's under control. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Camera work. I'm out after bedtime. Oh yes. We got it. Holy Christmas. Okay. Oh, there's that silly stub. Okay. Alrighty. I'm missing one. The thing about when you take cars. Ever have these moments in your life, folks, when every fiber of your being is telling you that what you're about to do is the wrong thing, but you're just going to do it anyway, even though you know it won't lead to a successful outcome. This is one of these moments. I don't know if it's going to be possible to see this on camera. I'll do my best. Hang on, I'll try and get this thing tilted a little bit over to you. So other than half drilling out one of my frost plugs, I started coming back in here and having a look. And you're going to see, if you look right down at the bottom of the picture, let me just prop this thing up here somehow for you. Alright, here we go. Alright, so right down here on this part of the casting, there's these little, I just thought they were pry points, right? And there's, let me see, there's 4 of them. Is there 4 of them? There's one down there, one right up there. Actually, it might be more than 4. Hang on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 6 of these little dimples. And I just got in here with the torch and I start just looking, and I begin to see the world's biggest circlip is holding that annular gear into the casting. So, okay folks, bit of good news, our annular gear is now coming out evenly. So since we last saw you, I posted on Discord about this, and someone suggested putting a bit of wire in around behind the ring to keep the ring squeezed in. Copper wire was a bit too soft, so I used a bit of 1mm MIG wire and just fished pieces of it between the kind of areas where you can see in. Plenty of grease on it. That's fished in perfectly, squeezed in the ring. And now just putting the bolt in through the oil filler. I can just tap the ring and you get a nice feel on the tap, and that annular gear is now up about 2 to 3mm all the way around. So just as well too, because my original plan for today involved taking this thing to a local engineering shop where they have a 100-ton hydraulic press. So that would have made very good clickbait, but probably wouldn't have ended well for our casing here. So that's me tapping on the annular now. And I can feel it moving. Each of the taps. Oh yeah. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but it's 100% coming up now. So that annular is probably going to hit our planet carrier pretty soon, but then we can start tapping on the other central part of this, and who knows, maybe we won't need the 100-ton press. So let's keep going. Lost my gloves, no idea where they've gone, so that's wonderful. Yeah, still not hitting our, the annular is coming up. It's actually coming up very evenly too, which is quite nice. It's not getting caught in there. Down here, I'm hoping I haven't damaged this part here and mushroomed it. Which if I have, we're going to need the 100-ton press to un-mushroom it. Oh, fingers crossed. Oh, guess I didn't mushroom it, folks. That's good. Of course I didn't mushroom it. It's a Jaguar. See what's in here. Oh my God. Yes. A reasonable person would say, Damien, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep buying these pristine examples of German automotive excellence? And it's like, how can I not? Okay, here's the backstory. A couple of weeks ago, Sunday afternoon, I got my feet up. I am doing something weird called resting. It's like not working. I'm not familiar with it, but my wife keeps telling me I need to do more of it. So, you know, better to try, right? And I'm scrolling car parts. Right in the middle of these car parts comes this absolutely wonderful E61. It is only 12 miles away and it is €500. It's not running, it's a manual. It's got 280,000 miles on it, and some kind of diesel engine, some M47 2-litre thing. But we don't care about that. So I went over there, had a chat to the guy, lovely guy, and ended up getting the car delivered here for free as well. So how could I say no? Now, obviously we need to put an electric drivetrain into it because that's kind of what we do here. And it's a manual, so you'd be thinking, yeah, you know, you could go down the road of put a motor on the gearbox and, you know, the usual suspects. You've seen me do it before, you've seen other people do it before, but I wanted to do something a bit different. So I kind of cast around, and I'd remembered working on, before moving house, I'd been working on some Jaguar Land Rover parts that were donated to me by EV Breakers. But unfortunately the house move just came right in on top of me and wiped out that plan, so I ended up giving the parts back to them. But I had kept an inverter because I'd been working on an open inverter logic board for it. I did then to make contact with EV Breakers again and see if they would be willing to send me a motor, and indeed they were. And they sent me not only that motor but the drive shafts and also another inverter. Premium. It also came with these under trays and other components helpfully pre-removed. It's had a set of airbags and a new air suspension compressor fitted. So that's really good, because I remember on one of the E39 Tourings that I had, these were a common failure point. But then we got ourselves, hopefully, what's going to be our electric drivetrain here. So you might wonder, what am I going to do with this thing? So I got a load of footage for you, which I will be, I'm going to have to try and edit something reasonable in here for you, because it's pretty long and it's pretty crazy and it's pretty boring. But what we got for you, no, in fact, no, I won't spoil the surprise. You go watch some of that footage and we'll come back and maybe you'll have actually figured out what we're going to do. Well folks, welcome to weldmydiff.ie. So today's mission is to weld up our differential gears in here. So we'll be using the tried and trusted method. Weld the gears, then we'll have a plate, we'll drop in there, weld around that on both sides. Really the purpose of this is just to take the cold out of them and burn off any of the brake clean and whatever else that I have used to try to get as much of the oil and stuff I can out of here. So there's no need to go too crazy with this. Go. There we go. Like I said, I was really kind of wanting to do it with a 29.9 just for the dissimilar metals and things like that, but I think we're pretty good. You may also notice that the annular is now off. So yeah, just to show how kind of silly I was about that, turns out that there's a particular way that this goes on. Probably not that way, but I'll figure it out. So when it comes to putting this thing back together, turns out these things are kind of, this is an asymmetrical offset for these three positions. So this one has got a much larger area here than these two here. So you can actually take your big annular gear and more or less just drop it in that way, so there was no need for all the nonsense that I was monkeying around with. So now we're going to take our Planet gears and drop the bearings in like so. Then we'll put the second one in, we'll actually be engaging it with the annular. And then finally, this guy here. And he basically falls in there, and then you can see we've our full gear train together. Now, next thing is we've got to get these circlips put back in. Okay. So, did manage to get them all back in there, but I thought I'd better show you the trick, because it did take me some time. ended up with a little pair of needle nose vice grips. So I'm going to take this one back out and then show you how I managed to get them in reasonably easily. So there we go, back to where we were, and screaming and hammering it and, you know, giving out about the Jaguar mark. So anyway, needle nose vice grips. We need to clip them on so that they're just near the very tip of it. A little bit too far in. There we go. Okay. So then we're going to sit it in, but we're going to push it in so that the back part of it sits down. And you might need a little flat blade screwdriver just to ease it in there. Watch it make a fool out of me on camera now. Ah, there we go. So once you get it in the right spot, it will just pretty much sit right down. But the key is, these little guys let you hold the clip pinched and push it in at the same time. And I check you're all the way down and that it's in the... Oh, it's popped back out as I was being a bit of a show off. Yeah, like I say, watch it make a fool out of me now. Okay, then you can let the tension off and give it a little push around just to make sure it's in the groove, which it is. And there we go, folks, because after all, it is a Jaguar. Let's see how badly I can mess this part up. Time to get it back in here. Assembly lube. There we go. Right, let's see what happens. I have no idea how I'm going to compress this thingy in here, so let's not worry about it. These things are best left to chance, really. I think there's these grooves kind of carved into it here, so I'm hoping they're just fine. There seems to be groove carving areas. Ah, yes, there we are. There's a groove carving area here. So in theory then, I suppose... Oh God. Ah, fingers! Okay, that was actually easy enough, I suppose. Oh, look. Okay. It just kind of plopped in there, but obviously the band isn't exactly wanting to get back together. It's definitely going down. Oh yeah, it's in. Well, it's not in all the way, obviously, because I think those teeth are supposed to cut their way into the casing, so therefore we'd better help them do that. Let's hit that instead. I'm sure there's no high spots. We wouldn't want anything like that in our... Look at that. Haha, we have you now. Yep. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get that whatchamacallit on there. I don't know what it's called. Thing on there. Circlip. Thankfully I have my superior intellect. Ah yes. There we are. 1 times circlip. It's the one we want, the one that spreads them out, not the one that pinches them in. Right, Mr. Spreader. Let's see how this goes. My Norse tools. Precision circlip. in Selker 6000. Well, yeah, that worked. Oh yeah, that's, I believe that's in there. I'm going to give it a bit of a tickle just to be on the safe side. Yeah, let's give it a tickle. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's in there. It looks in there. Let's make certain. Bit of assembly lube. There we go. Oh yeah, that's in, alright. Alright, next up, oil seal. Oh yes, that oil seal is a tiny bit messed up, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And we can use my super socket to bit of assembly lube and the super socket, and we should be able to precision refit the old oil seal in here. Yep, there it is. Nice, Damien, you're a true master of your art. Ah, well, thank you. So kind of you to say. Ah, there we are, folks. One times Jaguar gearbox. Ooh, spinning the discs. Look at them spin. You figured it out. I bet you have. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get the back end of Captain JAAAG Sparrow jacked up here. We're going to get the drive shaft out. We're going to get the handbrake cables disconnected, chop the back of the exhaust out, drop the half full diesel tank. Did I mention that? It came with half a tank of fuel. I mean, come on, folks. Come on. Huh? It's premium, right? So, we're going to get the fuel tank out, and then we're going to see if this piece of machinery here will actually fit in the center kind of hump where the fuel tank and the drive shaft would normally live. And if it does, then we're going to have ourselves a rear engined E61. So should that work out, folks, we're going to then be able to put the inverter into one side of where the fuel tank is. Maybe even put a charger and a DC-DC on the other side. And then leave our entire tunnel and wonderful engine compartment available for batteries. Let me go ahead and pop the premium bonnet here. There we go. Look, oh, there's some other free USB cable. Gets better. Oh, look, folks, look. Electric seats, and they're heated. Hell yes. BMW. Is that like a fake carbon effect, or is it just dirt? Answers in the comments. Come on, Damien, you have to look professional on camera or they won't click. Oh yes. Right, so here we are, folks. This thing, whatever it is, will be removed and hopefully replaced with a nice battery box. It doesn't turn, but when we were getting some work done here, I had all the cars up the field, and I did try bump starting it by letting it roll down the hill in gear. Nothing happened, so that's fine. So that's it. We're going to get this thing out once we see if the motor fits in the back. I think I know what the problem is though. So let me just remove the lid from the electronics box here. Oh, one sec. Oh yeah. See, I think the problem that the vehicle had, or the engine I should say had, is that the water level in the electronics box has gotten too low. So I'm probably going to need to fill that up before we do too much of anything else. Let me go put the OEM lid back in there. There we go. So yeah, battery area. There you have it, folks. The E61, aka Captain JAAAG Sparrow, Jaguar power plant. Coming to a boring channel soon. So, if you would not like to see any more of this nonsense, please ensure that you unsubscribe from this garbage channel. Give it a solid thumbs down. Don't visit any of the links in the description, especially the Patreon and the PayPal one. Because like, can you imagine giving me money and I waste it on a premium vehicle such as this one? Yeah, you probably don't really want that. So, I think I could lie back in here, could I? Yeah, I probably could. Anyway, we will see you in the next fun-packed episode when I attempt to extract a half-full diesel tank from this vehicle. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, press the old neck against that. Right, so, happy, well, I suppose it's going to be happy diesel tank removal, isn't it?